Hello, and welcome. Yeah, this is a really good Super Mario RPG 8-bit cover by Bulby. Very strong 8-bit composer. Hold on, is it? Yeah, Konami VRC6 cover, specifically. And thank you for subscribing with Prime Gaming, Karma. I was wondering how you had all of the emotes, and now I know. Because I somehow didn't notice that you were subscribing before. Even though there's like a million indicators of this through the Twitch interface and the emotes. But hello. Okay, I wasn't sure the chat messages were working because I wasn't here and I forgot to check that. But here we are. Where'd the captions go? God. There they are. Hey, they capitalized God. That's something, I guess. Thank you for petting Calico. So I think everything should be working. I had to restart every program again, as I do every time. Hopefully everything should be fine. All the volume should be fine. Where is the music? I guess it just decided not to exist right now. Here's Sucro. She's got a haircut. Today is the third Wing of Eden, which starts a little bit in 5.2. And then, like, is mostly in 5.3. So, like, there's the music. So, like, some characters are going to suddenly be back on the first for like 5 minutes, I think, is my understanding. But don't worry about it. Also, we're here instead of the Doman Enclave because we completed the Doman Enclave restoration. Also, Sucro's shield was clipping through the wall, and I just noticed that. So, hopefully I'm ready for the video game. Jumping right into a raid could be dangerous. But hey, y'all fruit. How y'all doing? Worlds apart. Yeah, see, Thancred's there. Yalford is the bearer of tidings of some description. Good news, or at least it has the potential to be good news. I've received word from Master Orianger. Unfortunately, the message was rather thin on details. He only requested that you return to the Crystarium and meet him at the Wandering Stairs. Thank you for petting Calico, and hello and welcome. Not the most likely of places for important meetings, but I suppose you might be able to squeeze in a pint or two while you're there. Nod. So yeah, Orianger, Thancred, and company are back on the first temporarily because this story beat happens before they leave. It was apparently the confusing schedule of Eden Wing 3 is because, like, there was a brief bit of story quest detail without any fights that happened in 5.2, which is this part, and then, like, the actual Wings of Eden 3 happen in... The actual Wing of Eden 3 happens in 5.3, and I believe, like, COVID was responsible for the shenanigans in the timeline. So... that's understandable. So if you see Orianger and Thancred, which you will, just keep in mind that this is a little bit before we leave. There they are. Pray accept mine apologies for calling thee hither at such short notice. The matter I wish to discuss is of considerable import. If it's that urgent, wouldn't it be quicker to use those link pearl things Ryne's been telling me about? Shake head. These are words best delivered in person. Gasp. Gasp. There were supposed to be 6 entire areas? Wow. Did something happen to the empty? Shake head. Not that doth warrant our immediate attention. The elements are in a state of equilibrium, and the propagation of flora continues apace. So what's this about, then? As thou art aware, we are not of this world, hailing from what is referred to as the Source. However, unlike Sucro, Thancred and I exist only as ether given corporeal form. Our bodies remaineth on the Source, though the thread that binds us to them doth grow weaker with the passage of time. And if you stay here too long, you might never be able to return. Nod. Precisely. Now, with the wheels of change in the empty set in motion, we believe this a fitting juncture to take our leave. We shall but regret not being present to see the transformation reach its completion. So this is like before they knew when they were going to leave, I guess. That hardly seems worth losing your bodies over, though. If you have to go back to your own world, who are we to stop you? I always knew this day would come. I just... Gaia gasps a little bit. You'll still have Gaia and Sucro. I know that you'll see this through to the end, together. Nod. We will. I may not be half the woman Minfilia was, but I have friends I can turn to. They might be brutally honest in their opinion at times. Gaia smiles slightly. Or prefer to save their words and let their actions do the talking, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Just promise you won't transform into a crazy ice lady and try to kill me again. I mean... I'm gonna say that for real though. Just don't do that part again. Though I can't say what the future might bring, no doubt Ryne and Gaia will need your support in the days to come. Nod. No one responded to my funny line. Alas, the mysteries surrounding the fairy are yet to be solved. Whether thou shouldst find the answers thou seekest or nay, lend not thine ears to its honeyed words, for thy will is thine own. Never forget this. I won't. The time of our departure is at hand, yet know that no matter where we may be, ever shall we pray for your success. Nod. With Urianger and Thancred set to leave the first, it seems wise to share this development with Yalford, who will continue to oversee expeditions into the empty. That narration doesn't show up very often, too, either. That's kind of a weird thing for that to happen. Like, I'm used to that narration text box being like, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? But no other ways, that's over. Oh. Howdy, Yalford. You're back sooner than I expected. Is everything alright? Thancred and Urianger are going to leave. Oh dear, that's rather unfortunate. I dare say it's something jolly important for them to leave in such a hurry. In any case, I wish them the best of luck, wherever their work may take them. I shall remain here and hold the fort, as it were, and make the necessary provisions should any further forays into the empty be required. Safe travels, Mr. Sucro. Blue Fields. Oh, that's the FF8 world map theme. So presumably that was like the entirety of the 5.2 portion of Eden. And a corgi wants to leave the room. Hold on. The corgi has been escorted away from the premises. Empty promise. Yalford is so engrossed in the slip of paper in his hands that he barely notices your approach. Try not to startle him. Sucro, so the rumors of your knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Nod. Miss Ryne and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along. Though I must say, being at their beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. Well, well, fancy seeing you here. Wave. Sucro. Nod. We were just getting ready for another ride on the Sky Slipper. Care to join us? Who's driving now? Bankard was driving before, right? There was one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Yulmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway in investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. So did I, but I quite like the way things are now. Digging around in my past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Yulmore. I understand. We'll find the answers together, just like we do everything else. Did you make that necklace, or how were the coffee biscuits? I forgot about the necklace plot point on already. How were the coffee biscuits? Did you make 1 million billion gil? Oh, they were delicious as always, but I hear they're quite fattening, so we usually just buy one and have half each. And then you always get another one anyway. Yes, but we break that in half too, so it's fine. And then we may as well have one each to begin with. Honestly, Ryne, I sometimes wonder if you've got biscuits for brains. Group laughter. Though I must say, my time in the Crystarium has been rather enjoyable. We even had a chance to make a necklace from the ice crystal we found. Oh yeah. I like how in the time between the last time we've seen these two and now, they haven't just gone for coffee biscuits one time, they've gone for it a bunch of times, and they made a habit of how it goes every time. And also they made the necklace. Nod. Like, Gaia was like, I don't want coffee biscuits, and now she's just constantly having coffee biscuits with Ryne. It is very cute. And in case you were wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. I've decided to stick with daggers instead of switching to Gunblade, though. She just has Thancred's Gunblade somewhere as a reminder. Ryne would also be pleased to hear you've had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself. After all, it's up to us to take care of the empty now. Gaia's even smiling more than usual. They're having a great time. Also a nod. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the derrick. And then we go to the empty and everything's on fire. Oh yeah, the word squidgy. It's very important. I'm hoping that one of these days I'll be allowed to visit the empty and see those remarkable changes for myself. It seems like a fair reward for all my hard work. This means Ryne or Gaia is driving. Do they have a license? Am I going to have to be the concerned parent in this situation? Aunt Sucro says get your license if you're going to drive the Sky Slipper. Gosh. Heck. Asterisk, Sucro might not have a motorcycle license, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, it's just occurred to me again that we still have the sprout icon. This doesn't go away until we get to Endwalker, I think. Hey, weird, there's a rabbit here. There's a Vis of some sort. How interesting. Oh, right, good idea. I haven't actually gotten surprise invites recently, but still good idea. This time, those giant ant things had the good sense to leave us alone on our way here. Seems they've learned their lesson. Also. Howdy. Howdy, mysterious Vis. I don't suppose you fancy taking the helm this time? Oh, Tsuko's driving. Wait, I'll pilot this time. No, Gaia's driving. Oh, I didn't realize you knew how. While you were off training, I was practicing with another sky slipper they have at the Crystarium. Really? That's fantastic. Shake head. Hardly. You've been pulling more than your own weight, and I just wanted to do what I can to contribute more. So you two can sit back, relax, and leave it to me. I don't know if these two are technically old enough to get a license. I honestly don't remember how that works, and it could be very different here for all I know. Well, Gaia certainly kept that quiet. She's just full of surprises, isn't she? There's no need to look so apprehensive, you know. Let's get going, shall we? Okay, yeah, you could probably get your license at 16 here. I just forgot about that. I don't have mine because I don't need it, and also I got traumatized by driving instruction because they threw me on the highway immediately. Her hair is really blowing in the wind in a funny way. It's so strange suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you'd been practicing? I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. That hair is just out of control. It's very silly. I can't take that seriously because it's wiggling so rapidly. Well, consider me surprised. All this time I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Huh, bring that up again, you can walk the rest of the way. I'd best behave. Wouldn't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. Questioning head tilt? Festival? I suppose this is the first you would have heard of it. We haven't exactly been keeping it a secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought lots of changes, and while everyone's glad, the reality is it's also been quite stressful. Having to adapt to a new way of life. Yeah, the joking is fun. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youths like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. Something about ryne saying youths like myself is a little bit weird. Sucro's smiling about festival. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I'd be happy to help, or I'd offer to help, but I think I'd be happy to help if you give me money, or I'd offer to help, but I think you've got this. No, like, I'm happy to help. Something about Sucro just smiling in the backseat of a car here is weird too, especially, I think it's something about the hairstyle and the way it frames her face also. It makes it look like she's impishly planning some sort of mischief. I think you got this. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I'd try my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all you need to do is turn up and enjoy yourself. Sucro get to go festival time? How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? What's that? I, haven't been listening. Focusing on driving. My, leg is cramping up a bit. Piloting this thing must have made me more tense than I'd realized. Then let one of us take over. Worried, fretting. No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure, but if you feel like switching places, just say the word. I guess it would be relatively safe to switch places in the middle of driving this thing through an empty desert wasteland. But, you know. No! How can this be? Uh-oh. What's happened? Oh, it just hasn't progressed. It's still stuck the way it was. And the fire went out. Well, that's just fire safety, but you know. I think that explains it. Oh, it's regressed a bit? The crystal is a different color. It was previously watermelon gradient. Light? Does this mean there's still too much of it in the empty? I'm no expert, but this might be a result of losing control when you restored the ice element. Oh right, it was ice, not. I was thinking of the thing before that. Even though I tried to use darkness to hold back the light spilling forth, it seems like it wasn't enough. Sounds like we need more darkness then. Then we're right back to where we started. This is all my fault. Ah, gotcha. No, Ryne, you mustn't blame yourself. You have returned to me. Restore the darkness while you still can. A familiar voice, an inescapable fate, the promise of salvation at the precipice of ruin. I've just noticed that, like, it looks like Eden has two very proportionally small, like, arms, like funny T-Rex arms, basically. With the little claws there. In the remnants of a lost past, I would find my truth. Eden's design doesn't make a lot of sense in general. I still wish this had collision so I could jump on it. It's been so long since Gaia had one of her headaches that I thought the fairy might have disappeared for good. Do you think it's got something to do with Eden? Fear of the dark. I think this is the one fight in Wing 3 that I know what it is. And I don't know the rest of them. I didn't know it would be the first one. Restore darkness. What did you say, Gaia? I mean, that seems like a sensible plan. Restore the darkness to the world flooded by light. Ah, that's it. We thought we'd restored balance to the 6 elements, but perhaps they're still too strongly aligned with light? If that's the case, maybe we can set things right by using darkness. By using darkness? Are you serious? Nod. But hold on, it might actually work. Gaia, that's a brilliant idea. I wouldn't go that far. I just remembered what I learned during our adventures, that's all. And I might be secretly motivated by wanting to learn more about the voice in my head. But does this mean we'll need to call on your services again? Or this does mean we'll need to call on your services again, if that's all right with you. Leave it to me. I mean, determined, a nod. Nod. We've come this far together and we'll see our mission to the end. The Eden's Core. Yeah, we are missing it. It does make a lot of sense. I forgot you used the Ethernet shard to go to the core. Hello to the core. I'll say one thing before we start. If this all goes horribly wrong, don't even think about pinning it on me. Not that it will, of course. I'll pin it on you if it seems like it's your fault. Right, let's get started. But, were there any primals aligned with darkness? I can't seem to recall any. Thinking, questioning head tilt. You mean there isn't one? Shrug? The Asian's god Zodiark may be suitable, but we need something that Sucro's actually encountered and preferably defeated. Well, does it have to be a primal for it to work? If it's just a lot of darkness that we need, perhaps there are other ways to get it. You might be right, or you may be right. What we ultimately need is a state of highly charged darkness. It shouldn't matter what form it takes. Does anything come to mind, Sucro? Voidsent and the Flood of Darkness. I dare say the Flood of Darkness had a fair bit of darkness, or I know a few Voidsent that would fit the bill. I think the Cloud of Darkness, rather, is probably... You mean the catastrophe that swallowed the 13th and turned it into a lifeless void? We might need something on a slightly smaller scale. Well, there was the Cloud of Darkness that was like the leader. The Cloud of Darkness. I can't begin to imagine how powerful it must have been. By the way, is the volume stuff good? This is the volume setting I always have for 14, but I'm not entirely certain. Nod. I'd say we found the perfect candidate. But where to find a suitable place? One where darkness is strong. It won't be easy in a world flooded by light. Music is a little loud. You know, I should just go ahead and turn down the game a little bit. Because I prefer it to not be loud. Let's try 50. It was at 60. I'll try 50. Well, we've got the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Darkness right here. Seems like a good enough spot to me. But what about the light-aligned ether that's all around us? That's where you come in. You can suppress the light while I draw out the darkness. By combining our powers, we can make it work wherever we are. Combining our powers? Nod. Yes, between us, there's nothing we can't achieve. Don't be afraid, Gaia. I think Sucro nodded, shrugged. I'm not afraid, just very concerned that this will all go horribly wrong. Which is the same thing, I suppose. So anyway, it's certainly not easy coming up with these plans by ourselves. That's true, but when this is over, we can reward ourselves with all sorts of delicious treats at the festival. Questioning head tilt. Festival? What do you mean? We spoke about it on the way here, remember? I asked if you wanted to take part. I was busy piloting the Sky Slipper, so I probably wasn't paying attention. Oh, well, not to worry. We can talk about that later. Right now, we've got a job to do. Nod. Nod. I'll draw out the ambient ether, and I'll shift its alignment to darkness. That's probably fine. Now, Sucro, focus your thoughts. I'm thinking. Memories of the Cloud of Darkness enshroud your mind. But you accidentally remembered Cerberus instead, because that's the part where everyone dies all the time. Eden's Promise Umbra. So this is the one I knew about. I knew there was a Cloud of Darkness fight, and I know about the joke with it that we'll see in a moment, probably. I've called forth real Voidsent before, so everyone tells me anyway, but this is unknown territory for me. With the two of you by my side, though, I'm sure it'll work. Guy is so much more confident and, like, less sarcastic a little bit. This is the first time we've tried this since that disaster with Shiva, so I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. Even so, I can't afford to waver now. Alright. They are channeling. Though balance had supposedly been restored to the 6 elements, it seems that they are still strongly aligned in favor of light. To rectify this, you and your companions seek to call forth an embodiment of darkness, and by its defeat, restore light to the empty. Let's go chill on the FF8 world map music, though, instead. Yeah, it does look a little bit more dead out here, doesn't it? Hmm. Remember when the Seed of Sacrifice queue was instant? Also, this is very silly looking. She's wiggling. I think my portrait is set up to work now, also. Perhaps this would be a good time to bring up the funny comics of Sucro I made recently. I've been told they're funny anyway. There's this one. This one pertains to Eden, I would say. Also, I drew Titan as a Stunt Race FX character, I guess. Which is pretty good, if I do say so myself. Which I do. I do be saying this right now. And then I also have a prediction of how Endwalker will go in the form of a comic. Which is this one. Also a classic meme format. It's very silly to draw increasingly off-model Sucro. By the way, I guess I've decided on her Endwalker outfit, judging by this comic and the fact that I commissioned a figurine of it. So, hey, that's fun. Somehow I convinced myself to spend a lot of money on a commission for the first time, I think? I don't think I've commissioned, like, anything before. At least not of Sucro. I am always thinking about this old meme. Somewhere in the back of my brain. Anyways. What else do we have around here? Oh, right. It's bread. This is more of an inside joke than anything. But it is bread. I got nothing. I don't have much to do while waiting for Q. We can observe Sucro, sitting, staring at nothing, not blinking. She did blink. I've always appreciated how there's a button to just make your character turn and look at the camera. It's also on the pause key, which does lend it that extra, like, looking directly into the camera beat panel kind of vibe, I guess. A moment of pause, if you will. All right, Breakfast. You cannot eat sitting down. You must eat standing up. This is fine, I guess. Oh, Shadowbringers Warrior of Light card. I didn't even notice I got that. The Shadowbringers Warrior of Light card has been added to your card list. Neat. What do you recommend? Tiamat, Philia, Eros, Ravana, Shadowbringers Warrior of Light. Shadowbringers Warrior of Light, as a name for a trading card, is like at least halfway to the length of a Yu-Gi-Oh card name. Like, what was it? Number 37, Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark? I might have gotten the number wrong, but number whatever Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark is a pretty outstanding name for a card. There's also the classic of Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which I also love. I think I have played Yu-Gi-Oh! Approximately one time, like 15 years ago. More than 15 years ago, in fact. But I do appreciate the card names being ridiculous on occasion. Is it number 37? I mean, I have nothing better to do at the moment. I might as well look up. It is! I got it right! Wow. I remembered it correctly. Do I have a picture of number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Shark? I do! Wow. It's number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark, everybody. A celebrity guest. Yay! Do I have a picture of Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth as well? I don't. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like this because it's fun. Oh yeah, you gotta love the paragraph of text. When any player's monster declares an attack, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. All monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one other monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. You can only use each effect of number 37 Hope Woven Dragon Spider Shark once per turn. That basically means like nothing to me. Oh, wait. Oh, the creature type. Gotcha. Sea serpent, aqua, or fish. I'm sure there's like some bizarre reason for it that is not like obviously consistent in any way, but it's like internally they have some sort of balance reason for it in theory. Whether or not it's actually like reasonable in any way is unclear. And I shouldn't speak as if I know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the design thereof. Box. Oh wait, no, that's not how dabbing works. Hold on. There we go. That's the secret of dabbing in Final Fantasy XIV, if you didn't know it, is to do the Black Ranger pose and then angle the way your character is looking. Use this knowledge responsibly. By which I mean, go do a dab.
Dab.
True. Unfortunately, Calico does not have the shape necessary to perform a dab, I'm realizing. She could like wiggle her little paws and say dab. Turn slightly, yeah. I'm just imagining her kicking her little feet and saying dab, dab, dab. Gah. Calico is perfect, by the way. You know what? I have infinite channel points. I can pet Calico my heckin' self. Thank you for also petting Calico. This is like sitting in a box. Well, clearly.
Mro, why didn't you give me arms to dab with?
I didn't think about it. Also, Calico with arms is a concerning thought, actually. Clearly, the best use of my time now is this. There's an Eorzean ether aerobics video. Yeah, perfect. That demonstrates how to do some sort of stretching light workout with emotes found in the game, which includes Cuffacur, even though I don't think you can get that as an actual emote. And it also, I'm messing up now. It also includes the Black Ranger pose. And like, the Yule dance, which I think you have to do like a whole bunch of quests to even be able to get. I don't know if you can actually get the Yule dance. Unless that's from doing like all the tribe quests in Stormblood. A little hat that's a simulated dab is silly. I could technically emulate, or I could technically I forgot a word. Not emulate, not incorporate. Incorporate is closer. I could add the feature of Calico also dabbing when I dab, but it would be... Calico is getting increasingly complex in construction and already desyncs graphics often enough already, so... Man, this mini cactbutt sucks. How about this one? Nope. Aha! I won! Yay! I've done it. Well, time to mess around doing random stuff until the Cloud of Darkness is ready. First of all, let's check out the fact that nobody has bought this land yet, apparently. The empty plot of land directly next to Sucro's apartment is still empty. For 18 million gil, which is a lot of gil. I've never had that much gil on at the same time in my life. Hello and welcome. We are waiting in line to fight the Cloud of Darkness again. Eden version. Yep. It's time to start assigning my retainers quick ventures again. I don't need the money coins. I am going to... Oh wait, I have 141 ventures. I don't need more of those. Yep, we are queued up for E9N, as it is called when abbreviated. We've been waiting for a bit. This land is still empty. Rip to the person who lived there and their training dummy that I would often use. Well, if everything's taking so much time, it's time for Sucro to criticize other people's housing, like Private Estate 1251. All right, you. It's me. I'm touring your house. I'm looking at your tiger painting and your checkered floor. And your warning sign? This seems like a warning sign. Warning, there is a tiger. Oh no. There's like a little lamp. There's a window. There's an electric guitar. There's the Four Lords. Bath, shower, flowers, posh font. It seems like... Okay, you've got Emmett Selk twice though. In this house, while you are showering, Emmett Selk is looking at you twice. This house gets a 0 out of 10. That's too many Emmett Selks looking at you during a moment of privacy. The correct number of Emmett Selks for that situation is 0. 0 out of 10. What about you? Trembling Manor. Solace for Nights of Infinite Resignation. Sounds pretty edgy. I like your bridge to nowhere. You too will tremble at the bobbing for bombs carnival machine. Question mark. This is a segment I considered doing at some point, probably. Aha! This is a very cool lamp, like ceiling lamp. The Shiva Extreme one, I think. I like that one. I like how it casts a big pattern on the floor. I see you've prepared omelet and shapes and tea and meat, which you have roasted directly next to the table, which might be a safety hazard. There's also a rat that is stealing the fruit. I don't know. I think the way the various cooking devices are positioned throughout here is all sorts of hazardous. You do have the cube, though. You do have a fish, though. You do have another fish on the wall. And a shark. The shark is staring at the wall. The cube does restore 2 rating points. And I think the shark also. I'll give you 3 out of 10 for the shark and the cube. In spite of your hazardous furniture placement. Eaton's Promise Umbra. Cloud of Darkness also
I'm drawing out the darkness.
hates the hazardous
Get
furniture
ready.
placement. Hey look, there's no fence here. Anyway, this is a very funny joke. We fought FF3 Cloud of Darkness before. Now we're fighting Dissidia Cloud of Darkness. Somehow we remembered it as the Dissidia version.
It worked, Gaia! We've done it!
This is a funny joke, even though I don't like the design of either Cloud of Darkness at all. It's a funny bit. Hey, my portrait works. Alright. The Cloud of Darkness. No light could ever reach us. Right, the Cloud of Darkness refers to themselves with like with us and we and whatnot. And uses a million different kinds of particle beam, just like Dissidia. The Art of Darkness. I'm gonna guess you're gonna swap to the other side? No? I dodged that by pure luck. For the record. Also interesting that you just have the FF8 fight music. Zero form particle beam. More like zero threat particle beam. We shall engulf everything in our shadow. I hope I hit somebody with the passage of arms there. Oh, you've engulfed everything in your shadow. How about that? The darkness swallows all, even the ground beneath your feet. Oh. Wait. Oh, I see. Sort of. It's gonna target where I am. I think? I don't get it. There are times when the square turns purple. And I think that's when you move. By the power of darkness we call forth life, boundless and irrepressible. With balance comes life, insatiable and all-consuming. Oh no, arm's length. I either didn't use it fast enough or it doesn't work there. Tile's about to fall and instantly. Okay, so you do move when it becomes purple. This could be any number of things. I got it. It pulls you in. Okay, you're tethered to the sides of the world. I see. I sort of see, anyway. Maybe this is a good way to deluge of darkness. Arm's length does work? Okay, I just mistimed it. Well, we know what this means. Oh shit, I didn't notice the cloud. Okay, that's probably not my task anyway as the main tank. It's probably okay. Yeah, got it that time. Okay, I don't really understand that part too well. Now they're gonna do this. Hopefully tagged some people with passage of arms there. Didn't choose the best mitigation tool. That's fine. This is rude. One of the people in the party brings up a good point about the squares. Like, what do I do? Do I just stop casting? Which is... I hadn't thought about these squares from the perspective of the caster. I guess you... Is this a fight that basically expects you to know slide casting and, like, how to do that reliably? I guess also if you don't realize that the purple squares are when you have to move. It seems like it's really difficult. Probably especially for Black Mage. Everyone else left. I'm guessing that the treasure coffers are still things I don't want. Oh yeah. I forgot I have Wondrous Tales and haven't bothered with it. I don't really need to anymore. I have everything I need at 90. I freaking guess. That fight wasn't too bad. That seemed understandable, and it didn't go horribly wrong. So that was what a world flooded by darkness would look like. It was very square. Well, the world is square, as we know, from a certain tomb in Final Fantasy VI. The tether, you need to run to the other side? Oh, I thought you were expected to be pulled in, and the pull was an attempt to avoid something. And that's true. That's true. I just haven't felt like bothering collecting the stamps, because in my free time I've been playing other stuff mostly. Well, this is also my free time, technically. That all went surprisingly well. Of course, we have Tsukro to thank for slaying that ghastly creature. You were fantastic, Gaia. Anyone would think you're an old hand at this. You weren't so bad yourself. We make quite a team, don't we? We certainly do. I don't know about you two, but I'm itching to see whether our hard work has paid off. Let's head back. Looks like it got darker. But it might just be nighttime. The plants are still just as lifeless as they were before. Maybe the light's influence is still too strong? Eh? That's a sound. What's happening? What in the world? Oh. In fleeting hues and endless warmth, a gentle light washed over me. Happy Wrath Month, everybody. Happy Pride too. A glimmer of hope once lost. Or bismuth. Well, sorta. Rainbows are pretty. This is my professional opinion as a streamer. Professional in, like, large air quotes. I guess it's not exactly bismuth. Bismuth is more like... the patterns are more than this. Like... is it bismuth? Oh, no, it's kind of bismuthy. I mean, like... if you Google bismuth, you get a lot of pictures like this. It's very rainbows and square. So yeah, I can see the resemblance. I forgot exactly what bismuth looked like, so I had to check. It's neat. I do like to see a shiny stone. Anyway. I'm still not sure what that enormous crystal actually does or why it changes color, but I'm sure it didn't look like that before. Shadows of the past. So I don't know what the rest of the boss fights here are, I'm pretty sure. We tipped the scales away from the light. I'm sure of it, but something's wrong. Very wrong. Look, I know that you always dress in... I know that you always dress in black, but it's okay for there to be some color, right? Or is this not correct somehow? For 100 long years, I have waited for this moment. I love rainbows. I knew it. You've been hiding inside Eden all this time. It's me, Diabolus again. Hi. Or maybe not. Maybe yes. Oh. What the? Ascian? It's always Ascians. Unless it's Diabolos. An Ascian! Knives. I am Metron, servant of Zodiac. That voice that has whispered to me all my life. Indeed, and thanks to you, I am all but free from my prison of light. Do you want to go have some coffee biscuits now? That's all I ever wanted. Does this mean Eden was used to seal away an Ascian? Oh no, not the gender reveal party. The most dangerous and also completely worthless party that one can possibly have. Wait, that is Eden, an Ascian transformed into a Sin Eater. Wait, what? So did we just reverse a Sin Eater transformation? Huh, I've heard enough about Ascians to know they're nothing but trouble. I never imagined that one of them was behind all of this. Oh, interesting. I thought that restoring the darkness was my idea, but this was your plan from the very beginning. I wanted to make the rainbow crystal. That's all. It was, but all it took was the slightest suggestion. The rest was entirely your own doing. I'm going away now. I'm over here now! Ah, my freedom is so close I can almost taste it. Finally, my soul may journey beyond the flesh to which I am yet bound. Metron is apparently very dramatic in speaking. I knew you would come for me, Gaia. Don't flatter yourself. You've caused me nothing but pain. If I've helped you, it wasn't intentional. Hello. Welcome. Metron's here. Even now, your memories elude you. Hearken unto me, Gaia, and remember. I think this is going to be about a detail that I do know. We defeated the Clown of Darkness, yes.
Clown.
Oh, that's broken. Now it's just a voice from nowhere saying clown. I know that's honestly fine. In an age past, the world you knew as the 13th was flooded by darkness. Like ripples in water, the repercussions were felt in the other shards, none more so than here on the first. It became perilously imbalanced and susceptible to the influence of light. Were light to consume the first as darkness did the 13th, it would likewise become a lifeless void lost to our cause. We could not allow this mistake to be repeated. It was our duty to safeguard this world from the selfsame fate. Wait, weren't the other Ascians trying to make that happen, though? Did Metron not get the memo? Did the other ones not get the memo? Am I getting confused? Do they just want it to, like, is there a difference between the light consuming the first and the calamity occurring? I guess so. After a time, Emmett Selk conceived of a plan to trigger a rejoining, utilizing the very light we had labored to keep in check, and tasked us with bringing the plan to fruition. Okay. So, it was going to make more sense in the next text box. But at the last, we were thwarted by Ardbert and his companions. Though our resolve was strong, theirs was stronger still, and as we fell, so too was the light unleashed. For us, however, death is not the end. Though our bodies may perish, our souls live on, withdrawing but temporarily to the rift. Until you can find a new body to possess. I too would have been reborn, but ere my soul could leave its corporeal form, Ardbert struck me with a blade of purest light, and that light enveloped my body, twisting it beyond recognition. Eden, the first Sin Eater. My soul felt such agony as I had never known, and then I knew no more. In my insensate, instinctive state, influenced by Ardbert's fervent desire to banish darkness, I unleashed the light burgeoning within me, and it spread as an all-consuming wave to every corner of the world. So you were the flood of light, I guess, kind of. The flood of light. So that's how Sin Eaters came to be. All would have been lost had not the one called Minfilia appeared. Halting the light's inexorable advance, she saved what little still remained of the world. In the process, she also restored to me a sliver of my consciousness, though I remained trapped in my altered form. Motionless, I was capable only of feeble whispering. Emmett Selk, couldn't he have saved you? Shake head. Perhaps he could have, if such had been his wish. Far easier, however, to simply find another piece of my fractured soul to replace me. From his perspective, there was no need to intervene and potentially disturb the balance of ether. And so here I remained. So after you failed, he left you here to rot. Some friend he turned out to be. Nod. Yes, he kind of sucked. Yeah, that is an important note. Thus abandoned, I called out for what seemed like an eternity to the only soul who could save me. You, Gaia. All this time you were calling to me for help? Yes, but you had forgotten me, forgotten our duty. Though vestiges of your true power remained, you could not wield it at will. Shrug. Time went by and eventually change came. The light began to subside and the dark of night returned. Sucro, there's at least 13 other Fandaniels out there hamming it up. Think about it. And be concerned, woo! Gradually my voice grew stronger until I was able to exert my will over you. You wanted me to free your soul from Eden, which is why you had me attack it. Another plan that ended in failure thanks to Sucro. Nod. I'm always making plans end in failure. Positive. Indeed, thankfully your subsequent attempts to restore this barren land allowed Eden to absorb more and more ether aligned closer to darkness, gradually eroding the cage of light that holds me. Owing to your most recent efforts, my mind is wholly my own once more, and I am able to project my image beyond those confines. Then all this time we've been helping to free an Ascian? That's a fine tale, but why should I care about any of it? What are you to me? Or what are you to me? Or something like that. Come with me to Eden's core, there all shall become clear. That is where I have stored my computer with PowerPoint. Wait. Well. I'm still insisting that every explanation is a PowerPoint presentation for some reason. Well, what do you think about this, Gaia? I have a bad feeling about this, but if we want to restore the land, we need to know what we're dealing with. Fair. I've just realized something. If Eden has been absorbing all that rebalanced ether, that must be why we've struggled to restore life to the empty. I suppose we can think about that later, though. More importantly, it seems I've lost control over Eden, most likely because of the Ascian. Urianger specifically warned us about not listening to the fairy's honeyed words, so we'd better think this through before we go rushing in. Okay, Instead of we walk in the door, we walk in the door with my sword drawn. Oh, if only he and Thancred were here now. Who are you talking about? I'm sorry, Gaia. I shouldn't be so quick to lose heart. What? No, that's not what I meant. Who are Urianger and Thancred? What? Gaia? Gaia? So this is why you were forgetting about the festival or not listening. You've got mind fog. You knew them personally. Wait, I know those people. I'm sure of it, but why can't I remember them? I thought something was strange when I mentioned the festival on board Eden. It was as though you had no recollection of our earlier conversation. This is most likely connected to Metron. Damn it all, what more is that fiend going to take from me? To tell the truth, the thing that frightens me most is that you might forget about us. That won't happen. For every memory I lose, we'll make 2 more together. And if I need to know something, I can just ask you. Why not start by telling me about Urianger and Thancred? To be honest, my nerves are all a jitter, so I need something to help me settle down before we confront Metron. Nod. Oh, we've located some stew or something. Urianger is probably the most intelligent person I know. He spends a lot of time reading, but he also says that you can't learn everything from books. And encouraged me to go out and see the world for myself. Sounds sensible to me. Much better to experience things firsthand than to read about someone else's. Like those coffee biscuits. No book could ever describe how good they taste. Nod. Is there anything else you can tell me about him, Sucro? He can walk on water until he can't. Dunking on Urianger about Urianger getting dunked while he's not here seems kind of rude. But it's a very funny dialogue option. He's devoted to the study of prophecies. Prophecies are funny things, if you ask me. If people know that something terrible is going to happen, they'll go and prevent it, which would make the prophecy untrue. I wonder what Urianger would say to that. He'd probably say it's more complicated than that. As for Thancred, he's the one who freed me from Yulmore. At first I thought of him as my knight in shining armor, but really he was much more than that. We traveled all over Norvrent and he helped me become the person I am today. He even gave me my name. He's also an expert in infiltration, or his gift for song won the heart of many a fair lady, or so he claims. Let's not dunk on people who aren't here. That would explain how he was able to sneak into Yulmore and rescue the damsel in distress, just like in the songs. I'm hardly a damsel in distress. Well, I suppose I was back then, but Thancred taught me how to fight and survive. Smile. Oh, the gunblade is here. Actually, while we're on the subject, that gunblade over there belonged to Thancred. Were you, did you just carry that with you? Probably. As far as mementos go, it's a bit on the cumbersome side, but it reminds me of our adventures together. Even though there's little chance I'll ever see him again, it still feels like he's here with me. Keeping your memories close. Something jangling under your sleeve, Gaia? Or is that just your belts jangling or something? You know what? I should keep a diary. Even if I forget everything, at least I'll have something to look back on. That's why we've been getting narration. That's a brilliant idea, maybe. Since we're going to make lots of we're going to be making lots of new memories together, maybe I could write in it too. Co-op diary. As long as you improve your handwriting before you go scrawling all over it, I'd like your entries to be vaguely legible if you don't mind. I get it. That's a good jokes. We all kind of specialized in Nightfall in a way while we were here on the first. Gaia's just like, I prefer Guild Wars 2. Everyone just like sort of looks at her for a while. My lady, your preferences aside, it is not the same game as the first. There are simply too many differences for the comparison to be reasonable, or whatever. Urianger goes on a rant about the differences between Guild Wars 1 and 2 for 10 minutes. Ryne is absolutely fascinated. Gaia is bored. Thancred starts sort of like pacing and fidgeting. Probably. Of course, your ladyship. But before that, we've got an Ascian to deal with. Let's get this over with. Nod. How do we feel about Sucro's new hairstyle, by the way, so far? Of course, your ladyship is a silly thing to say. Also, Sucro's new hairstyle is locked in because I ordered a figurine of Sucro, so, you know, whatever. Can't really change it at this point. But I like it. I think it works. By the way, I ordered a figurine of Sucro, which is the first anything of Sucro that I've commissioned from an artist. So that's wacky, I guess. When I think back on the days I spent with everyone, it's always the tiny, frivolous details that spring to mind. The smiles, the little gestures. It's not as though I made a conscious effort to remember them, but they stuck with me all the same. I suppose that's what memories are, a collection of all those seemingly insignificant moments. While they may not have made a huge difference in the grand scheme of things, they mean the world to me. It was good to hear about our friends, but I still have no recollection of them whatsoever. It's just like all those things Mitron was saying. How can I even tell if they're true or not if I don't remember? There's no point in dwelling on it, though. Nothing for it but to press on. I forgot how to use PowerPoint on this computer. You must help me, youths. We came as you asked, so start talking. Why settle for mere words when I offer something far greater? Eden will now afford you a glimpse of the past. More than a glimpse, in fact. It will be as real as any of the foes you yourselves have conjured forth. I suggest you gather 7 allies to view this PowerPoint, I guess. Conjured forth? Wait, you don't mean to perform a summoning, do you? Smirk. I do. I shall recreate the battle of 100 years past, which pitted Ardbert and his fellow warriors of light against their nemesis, the Shadow Keeper. Just as Emet-Selch recreated the final days of Amarat. So who will play the part of Ardbert? I think that part is probably obvious. Just like Emet-Selch did that thing. Y'all love dwelling on the past, or dwelling in the past, literally. Is that so? It seems much and more has occurred during my absence. No doubt he employed creation magics to breathe life into his recollections of the past. And what do you hope to achieve with this history lesson of yours? You shall see, you shall remember. Now your very soul will revisit that fateful day 100 years ago. You're talking a lot like Gaia was there. Just saying. Gaia, you can't trust Mitron. If you do, you'll end up being manipulated again. Or did you forget that you were manipulated? Ryne. You're right, my days of being controlled by this demon are over. I have a new life now, and I won't let anyone take that away from me. Nod. My will is my own. You have no hold over me. Nod. Nod. Unless you have coffee biscuits, then I might be interested. This is all you're doing, accursed minions of light. I should be the one at her side, not you or anyone else. I will take her beyond the reach of your poisonous influence and keep her safe. Ascians can just do this. Oh no. What have you done with Gaia? Nothing yet, but soon I will restore her to her true self, and you will help me to do so by conquering the adversary I present before you. What? What? Ascians love teleporting people. It's their favorite prank. Why are we here? I thought we were gonna get teleported to a battlefield and then whatever. I knew it was risky trusting an Ascian, but we played right into Metron's hands. We'll do whatever it takes to save Gaia. There was also the option of we have no choice, but you know, nah. Agreed. There's no telling what kind of danger she's in, but wherever she is, I know she's giving it her all. Even though we're apart, we'll fight as one. Together, we'll bring an end to Metron's wicked schemes. It looks like Metron's grip on Eden is loosened somewhat, perhaps to allow me to send you to the battlefield. Once you get there, don't let your guard down. I won't. I have to keep my tank stance up, don't worry. While this may be a reenactment of a moment in history, the threat you face is very real. Whatever happens, you must make it through this. Gaia's counting on us. Nod. Eden's promised litany now accessible. I wish I knew more about the Shadow Keeper, then at least we'd be a little better prepared. All I can say is please be careful. Before we do that, I'm going to be right back. Hello. I have returned. It's time to go into a line. A queue. The Ascian Metron appears before you and not only reveals the true nature of Eden, but also claims to share a past with Gaia. The shadowy visitor lures you into Eden's core where Gaia is spirited away. To have any hope of rescuing her, you must comply with the Ascian's demand to reenact the fateful battle between the Warriors of Light and the Shadowkeeper. It's time to wait. Woohoo. Also for the later arrivals. I might as well put these on the screen again for a little bit. The silly comics of Sucre that I drew. We can observe them once more. This one pertains somewhat to Eden. I just like looking at it. I like Stunt Race FX Titan. And then the other one. An approximation of how Endwalker might go based on an old meme format. Makes him look like a Toho character? That's funny. Increasingly off-model Sucre is also very funny to look at for me. Well, until she's very on-model at the end, naturally. Alright. Now I guess it's time to, go look at people's houses again. This is going to be a recurring bit while we're waiting in line now, I guess. Or at least I'm going to attempt to make it one. Unless the line happens faster than that. I must explore the environment. We're going this way now. There's a striking coming. I found one. They making a pizza? 2 pizza? Well, they've made one. No, that looks like it still needs to be baked or cooked. Yeah, that's a pizza in progress. This is the pizza prepared earlier. What about inside of the house, though? Oh wait, no, this is the one we went in. I've been in here. This is the one that had too many Emmett Sulks looking at the shower, so I gave it a 0 out of 10. The correct number of Emmett Sulks is 0. Shadowy halls! Well, you've got heaven on high out here. You've got furniture. You've got the jumping puzzle practice furniture, which I failed. Alright, let's see how shadowy these halls really are. Not particularly. In fact, they seem to be quite illuminated. I'm not supposed to know about you yet. Get out of here. That's a sword, though. I think that sword is also from a boss I'm not supposed to know about. Should have been the one to fill these dark halls with light. An area I'm not supposed to know about, unless I watch trailers. A dog that I am supposed to know about. Yeah, this person's got all trophies from like recent trials and whatnot. And a Loporid is here. A Bunui. No, I think these are trophies from extreme trials from Endwalker, not weapon stands. Like, I could probably tell you which trial each of these is from, even though I am not supposed to. I don't know them yet. Like, that's obviously... That one's obvious. And, like... That's Cognazo. That's Barbara Chia. This over here is Golbez. That's my guesses. Oh. Huh. Interesting use of this, whatever this is. Also, I don't recognize this version of this theme. So yeah, I know that the Four Fiends and Golbez are around. Anyway.
So this all took place 100 years ago. But what does it have to do with Gaia?
Oh. Ravening Antihero, the Shadowkeeper. I think I've seen this enemy. This looks familiar for some reason. Like, isn't there a mount that looks similar to this or something like that? For your sacrifice, a warrior born, I will show you no mercy and expect none in return. A cast shot mount just released. Forward implosion. Oh, I didn't see the AoE marker on the ground. It blended in too well with what everything else was happening. I am the Shadowkeeper. There is no escape from me. What? Wait, why is that? That wasn't what forward was. I don't get it. You tricked me. I've been tricked. Backward implosion. So I guess this is going to repeat being over there. So I don't need to move for this one if it's backward again. Backward shadow implosion. Why is it over here? I don't... What? Hey. This boss doesn't make any sense intuitively. I'm sorry. This boss gets a 0 out of 10. No. Cloaked in shadow, I lie in wait. I make the dogs do a jump. Wahaha. I don't know what the heck that means. I'm gonna follow everyone over here. Is the triangle supposed to point? Keep it. But I was looking at the move names and they didn't mean anything. Death stalks at every turn. Okay. What does that mean though? Okay. I guess I have aggro again somehow. Oh, you have a sword. Okay. Hey, that sword looks like the Deep Shadow Lion of Swords also. Oh. Ow. Screw you, I'm invincible? Is this a tank swap mechanic in normal? I think it is, but I cheated. Left Giga Slash. See, now that makes sense. The Shadowkeeper prepares to reveal its true form. Oh. Apparently that also meant you were doing something else. Voidgate, my world consumed by darkness, the source of my power. Okay, 2 people on each of these. Okay, I'm looking at the shadows now. Why? That was the opposite. No, they point, they don't. Ah! This boss is like, haha, I am unintuitive, and that's my gimmick. Hee 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 hee. Like, maybe I understand now? I'm not sure. Like, deceptive is a better word than unintuitive. There's only a tether to one of these. But now they're jumping around because, okay, you're doing the shell game. Unfortunately, I figured this out before I knew it was happening. I'm good. Ah, I'm dying. Okay, now I get it. You have to look at where the shadow is pointing as if it were a triangle. Instead of, like, the direction it's going in. It's... I misunderstood what you meant when you said that earlier in the chat, I guess. It's a difficult thing to convey, I think. Okay, now you've got the double tether. Which... Oh, I didn't notice you were doing anything. Just enough time to move out of that one. What is your true form anyway? You said you were going to reveal it like 2 times, but you didn't. Oh shit, I didn't notice this. Okay. Are you continually shirking to make sure that I am, like, the main tank? Or am I just gathering the aggro back somehow? Okay. The blood was a completed adventure. Oh, here's this again. I guess you have to... Like, okay, I guess it's not really a forced tank swap when I have enough gear level to deal with it or something. Or the healers, yeah. Could be. Right. Shell game. And now we run toward the one that was tethered. Except then it does that. I see Dark Missionary happening, but I think that's like a... I think that's a buff that applies to everybody? If she has been using the Blackest Night, I haven't seen that pop up, so I wouldn't doubt it. Wait, am I gonna get hit over here? No, everyone else is. I don't understand why backwards was actually backwards that time, either. Oh, wait. There's only 2 void gates? Oh, wait, no, there's one right here. It's right under the boss, so I didn't see it. Hey, guess what? Both healers just died at the end. So that's what the true form being hidden means? I didn't even realize that the entire time. That was confusing. Oh. There's a Don't Be Afraid Orchestrion roll up for grabs. I'm not getting it. That was a difficult fight. Very confusing fight. Oh yeah, it sure is in Lakeland. Didn't we go here in the Hero's Gauntlet? Or maybe not. I don't remember finding this square in Lakeland, but I'll look for it later. I got 2 commendations and I'm not sure I deserved them. Oh, things aren't great here. Why does this all seem so familiar? Ugh. A mountain in the center of the castle. Metron's returned Gaia to us, but I have a feeling this isn't over yet. I died, and I was confused and yelling a lot. So I don't know, but if you say so. The Warriors of Light, the Shadow Keeper, I've seen all this before. Yes, you and I joined our powers one to create the Shadow Keeper. We bore witness to its battle with the Warriors of Light. Our power? So I was there and I wasn't alone? No, Gaia, it's not true. It can't be. How can you have been there 100 years ago? Look deep inside. You know it was real. Cast aside those worthless memories and embrace who you truly are. Worthless? Now I see. This is why you've been tampering with my memories ever since I was a child. Just so! And now I possess the means to purge them entirely. Your rebirth will finally be complete. You have no right to deny me a life, to rob me of what I hold most precious. My memories may seem worthless to you, but not to me. I will never be yours. My place is here, in this world, in this life, in this moment. Wherever my friends are, that is where I belong. Nod. Dramatic turn. Nod. Then you would turn your back on our glorious past? On the lives we once lived? Any past I may have shared with you is long gone. I live in the here and now, striving to build a better future, and I'll be damned if I let you take that away from me. He's just gonna teleport you away again, or something. Oh, or you're gonna use a hammer. That looks like an inconvenient hammer to hold with your other hand going on that weird, like, cage-looking part, like net-looking part. Looks a little bit awkward to use. To be reunited at long last, only to be shunned. Would that I had died with you to be reborn. Even without knowledge of your past, we may yet forge a future together. Also, it's at a weird angle. I'm sick of your riddles. Speak plainly or not at all. Speak plainly, Ascian. You and I fought the warriors of light as one, joined in both body and soul. When Ardbert struck his final blow, the light tore through the bonds that held us. Though you perished, I was condemned to a far worse fate. My flesh became my prison, and I was cursed to remain here, an abomination. While you lived on with others at your side. I will suffer it no more. You belong to me. I too was once held against my will, robbed of my freedom. To be trapped and alone for 100 years, I can't begin to imagine the pain you must have felt. But that doesn't give you the right to deny Gaia a chance at happiness. We once knew happiness, true happiness, until fate conspired to tear us apart. I will never let that happen again. We shall be joined as one, my memories yours, together for all eternity. Grin. Evil. Weapon drawing. You're just gonna do like a teleport thing and win instantly, again. Unless we're just, oh. Run forward and hit it with hammer. Oh. Run forward and punch with fist. The darkness, it's rising within me. Surprise. That mark. The weapon sheathing animation making her twirl the dagger to put it away, even in this moment, is kind of funny. What is this? Why am I... Hold on, Gaia, whatever it is, you mustn't give in. The camera is rotating. And she immediately Yup. I was gonna say she immediately forgets who that is. Who are you? Yeah, understandable reaction. Yes, yes, now nothing will keep you from me. See you later, thanks for stopping by. I am yours and you are mine! Ah. I'm glad Sukro tried to do something in this cutscene, because the last time she just sort of stood there when Gaia got teleported. Oh no, it's Ascian Prime again. Oh. A third mask? It doesn't... Oh wait, it actually is Ascian Prime. The mask doesn't really look like the other two masks that much. It looks like a little bit like them, kind of. From what I can remember. True power of the Echo. What? We are one, we remember. So it's true, Gaia really is a reincarnated Ascian. The girl who fused with La Habrea was Igayorm, I think? The girl you once knew is no more. The Ascian who held the seat of Logriff is all that remains. Gaia is her true name. Oh, I was right. I was right in that Gaia is the equivalent of Hades. This is a thought that I had because I accidentally learned that Gaia was Logriff. Because I looked up... Look, so you see this BRB image over here? Gaia was previously in shadow in this today's game image. But, like, also is now not. But when I retrieved a render of Gaia to make the funny image, the wiki page was like, here's a picture of Gaia as Logriff. Oh, because the internet is bad sometimes. So I knew that, even though I shouldn't have. And then I speculated that Gaia was the true name of Logriff, like Hades is the true name of Emetzelk. And I guess I was correct. Neat, I guess, but also, hey, stop it. Wait, did they actually say that in Heavensward? I forgot about that. That's funny. Ah, weird. Well, time to think. Memory. Speaking of the power of the echo. I was trying to count the number of seats. For some reason. Oh, Logriff, how long has it been? How long have I dreamed of this day? You look similar, but not exactly the same. Is that you, Mitron? Forgive me, I didn't recognize you. In my defense, my memories have only recently been restored. My mind is still a little hazy. Hardly surprising. No matter how many times we are reborn, it is disorienting to have everything change around you. Even so, I immediately recognized your resplendent soul, and I cling to the hope that one day you will likewise remember mine. You always were a forgetful one. I could never forget you, try as I might. Sounds like this was sort of a... It sounds like Logriff might not have cared for Mitron very much as Mitron cared for Logriff. But tell me, what do you know of my past? I admit my memory may need refreshing. Time to make shit up! Maybe. Or maybe not. Gaia does do that, I guess. We served together as members of the Convocation of 14, dedicated to the summoning of Lord Zodiark. Hey, is this the first time we've seen anything resembling what Zodiark might look like? By the way, just like they just threw that in here. Like that seems to be a statue of Zodiark or something, judging by that. Wow, that's sort of abrupt. Although the task assigned to you eventually fell to Elidibus. Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, I remember. Amidst the chaos and despair, you never left my side. My loyal protector. But in the end, it was in vain. I was powerless to prevent Hydaelyn from tearing our world asunder. So I heard from Emetzelk. We labor to make our world whole again. That's why he restored my memories so that I can play my part. Our part. Alone we struggle, but by joining your power with mine, we may yet succeed. My power? You were always one. You always were one for flattery. Oh, I assure you, I am quite sincere. It would be my honor to serve the cause alongside you, and I shan't take no for an answer. Laugh. The honor is mine, for as much as I chide and tease you, you are everything to me. My inspiration. When I'm with you, I fear nothing. Promise me that we'll never be parted again. Okay. It wasn't just Mitron. I promise. Even should fate conspire to separate us, I will reach out to you wherever you may be. And I will come running. A weird, interesting note that I noted during that cutscene is that Logriff was using the Highlander model. I could tell because of the idle animation. And also because she was much taller than Gaia, I guess. But Gaia is definitely using the Midlander model. Due to being shorter and not having that sort of idle animation, I think. We were destined to find each other, to awaken our buried past and be born anew. Though our brethren employ crystals to return sundered souls to their office, without them such a feat was beyond my reach. But by becoming one in mind and body, my memories are yours. At last you have awoken. Now the time has come to restore our world to the utopia it once was. Meanwhile, somewhere, Van Daniel's like, God damn it, I thought we were done with this shit! And like doing cartwheels or whatever because he just does that. Yeah, oh yeah. He did just say that it was beyond his power. Or they just said it was beyond their power. Interesting. So we don't need to worry about the other shards. We don't need to worry about the 13 other Fandaniels that may or may not exist, that are all doing cartwheels right now. Simultaneously. Across dimensions. This is apparently how I've chosen to represent Fandaniel's dramatic acting, is that he just does cartwheels for no reason. Let Gaia go! You are not worthy to speak that name! If you must call her anything, use the name chosen by her parents, if you even know what that is. We don't, but she didn't either, I don't think. No, to me, her name is Gaia. And nothing you say about her makes any difference to me. I don't care if she's an Ascian, she's my friend. Was your friend. Never again will she answer to your cries. We won't give up on her, or we'll break the shackles that bind her. We won't give up! Metron sucks, yeah. Your wicked schemes have gone far enough. We're taking Gaia back. Accursed servants of light, you will not tear us apart again. This just keeps happening where we're just sort of standing here and then we get engulfed with shadow. And then we're just like, oh no. I'm noticing this as a recurring plot point of Eden 3. I'm just like, I wish we could do something about this. Instead we just sort of stand here and talk to this guy and then, or talk to this Ascian shadow person. And then we just keep getting hit with shadow and we're like, ah, geez, ah, shucks, we couldn't have seen this coming. Oh no. But yeah, that's not anyone's voice. That's definitely not Sucro's voice. It's me, Sucro, I'm a cat. No, that's not true. Hey, stop it. All your hopes and fears turned against you. There is no escape from your past. I'm wiggling my fingers. Woo, poo, aye. Goodbye. Guy was there for one frame. We've got a jumping lizard. The jumping lizard has disappeared. Voice of the soul! So, Metron realized that squares weren't defeating us and has switched to circles. Is what I'm learning from this thumbnail image, basically. No, my memories, they're being used to fuel a summoning. Is this how it feels to have the fairy inside my mind? To think Gaia had to endure it for so long. Is there anything I can do to help? You're right, however bad this is nothing compared to what she's going through now. But if the summoning really is based on my hopes and fears, it will most likely create a foe unlike any you've fought before. Whatever it may be, I believe in you. We'll find a way through this, I know it. Eden's promise, anamorphosis. Dark anamorphosis! While it seems that the summoning will be based on my memories, I still have no idea what form it'll take. Remember, it's all an Asian ploy, so don't let yourself be fooled. Please just do whatever you have to do. I'm sure you're more than a match for whatever Metron has in store. Well, Asian Prime right now, I guess, but... Well, I'm gonna... Interesting. I'm gonna BRB again, with the spooky music playing. Hello. Anamorphosis is an image being skewed so heavily as to be unrecognizable, or the optical illusion of something that looks normal from one angle only, but is otherwise completely warped. I see. I forget if I commented on that before I left, but worth saying it anyway. While I was gone, I had the unrelated, completely out of nowhere thought of what if Calico evolved like Pip from Chrono Cross, and now I'm going to be thinking about that while I wait in line. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to implement such a implement is the word I was looking for before. I don't think there's a way to implement such a system. I don't know if there are any equivalents to the 6 colors of elements found in Chrono Cross and the actions that the chat can take. Oh, hey. Petting Calico clearly makes the queue happen sooner. Wow. I can't believe we found new tech. Oh, scary music. So this is the prison at Yulmore.
I know this place. It's the jail in Yulmore.
Yeah, that makes sense. So is this like, it's Ultra Ranjit maybe? And Bankrid is in here too? Dread Hope, the Fate Breaker. It's an amalgamation of all your
Whatever
memories.
stands in our way, we will never give up hope.
You know, this makes sense. Fire in, lightning out, apparently. Huh.
I'm the only one fit to protect her.
Oh, I don't
To
have...
think that this could be born from my memories. That creature is passing on its ether.
How about you?
Wait. Oh, that's what you mean. By fire in, lightning out. Sound of Faith.
You're not going anywhere. Oh!
Oh no. Do we tell Thancred about this later, or do we not tell Thancred about this one, you think?
A feeble shield protects nothing.
Hey! Don't make fun of my shield like that, you jerk. Oh, I've got a big ol' AoE.
How about you?
This music is really interesting. Oh, why am I dying? Is that just a feature of that attack, or did I do something incorrect? I have a Vuln stack. Wait, there was lightning? I didn't see lightning, I saw fire. This is fire again, so okay.
You're not going anywhere. Oh!
This music seems very different in style from the usual, is what I'm noting about it. It doesn't have any like motifs that I'm recognizing either.
I sense a surge in the ether.
What? What? How was I supposed to know what to do there? There was just a bunch of rings that meant nothing. I don't understand what happened either.
Come, show me your strength.
Like, Aya said light or fire
Beast
in,
by
lightning
blood.
out in the
Answer
chat,
my
but
call.
that couldn't explain anything to me apparently. Because I can't be explained to things in less than 500 words. Oh. I was reading the attack name again and expecting that to indicate anything, I think. Which is folly, is what I'm learning. No, it's not your fault that it was unclear. It's... I'm not good at understanding things, maybe. I'm just easily confused by all of the Eden fights.
Let's try something else.
Let's not. I don't get what you're doing already. Let me learn what you're doing.
The blade is imbued with light.
That's bad. What does that mean?
How about you?
Light again. Again, I don't know what that means.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, you did that over there somewhere. I guess.
The light will cleanse your sins.
No, my rotation. No.
The light's so strong. I can't sense anything else.
I see blasting zones happening. What? Oh, it's just like an AoE that's briefly there and then goes away. Wait, why is everyone over here? Oh, thank you for following. I only saw one AoE. So, I guess I was dodging an invisible AoE and I failed and I took 9999999 like 815 damage or something. What? What? I saw the one temporary AoE. Everyone else knew what to do. Everyone else was standing in the safe spot. It was only me. Lightning means go away, right?
Light, claim you.
I don't know what to do here again still. This doesn't mean anything to me. I guess just get away from the lightning ones is what that means? Or maybe there was a spin before that that indicated which ones I was supposed to fire.
How about you?
Oh, you can only see them if you're right next to them. With the invisible... What the heck?
How about you?
I don't think I like this fight very much. I'm doing really bad also. In the sense that I died twice. I guess. Probably not doing as bad as I think I am for like playing this for the first time, but I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense. These are all fights that if I ever get these in a roulette, I'm going to forget all the mechanics and die repeatedly again. Turn to the heavens, fire. What does that mean? I don't know anymore.
Light, claim you.
So getting the lightning ones because he was a fire spin. No, I still got hit. Lamau. Dying still makes me feel like I'm terrible at everything, and every time it happens. Oh wait, this is lightning. Wait, I did fine? I feel like there's not an understandable and there's not an easily understood consistency to the alleged consistency of the mechanics, I guess. Now it's light, whatever that even means.
You're not going anywhere.
Sorry for complaining. I always feel bad about dying, and then I feel bad about feeling bad, and I feel bad about complaining, or what I perceive to be complaining. It's just sort of a loop that happens. Like a rotation that you might do in a video.
A feeble shield protects nothing.
Stop making fun of my shield.
She deserves all the happiness in the world.
Poof. No, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself for that. I think if you were to I think the only way you could have, quote unquote, warned me about that is that if you typed like a multiple paragraph essay explaining all of the mechanics and exactly what the fight was in advance, which is exactly what I don't want to read. And I kind of wish that the game was structured less around needing to know things like that in advance. Or maybe it's more structured around learning by dying, but it always feels terrible to die for some reason, even though it shouldn't. Maybe it's because I've heard so many stories of people getting really, really upset at anyone who fails even very slightly. There's like entire Reddits that are like, if you don't parse gold, we kill you in real life, or whatever. Or something like that. There's very loud but small portions of the player base of this game who absolutely loathe any time that anyone causes them anything they even perceive as being slightly inconvenient. Anytime any dungeon takes very slightly too long, these people explode with violence, hatred, anger, rage, malevolence. And this causes me to fear everything. And also, like, yeah, those people suck. And they're probably a lot less common than their loudness. Climb a mountain and touch some rocks? I don't know what that means. Yeah. Yeah. I've encountered people like that rarely, but the threat of them looms. And also just my own, like, my own self-conscious nature that is highly critical of my own mistakes, combined with the fear that anyone else witnessing my own mistakes will hate me instantly, etc. Anyway, so this is the way of the Asians, to use the memories of our loved ones against us? I hate messing up because I also just hate messing up because I always have a feeling of I wish I was good at something. Because I always feel like I'm not good at anything. This is what depression is like. That fragmented soul should triumph over their fears while we succumb to ours, thereby setting our star upon a course of ruin. That inferior beings such as you should succeed while we fail, it defies all logic. Ah, Rika, thank you for all the gift subs. And thank you for stopping by. You are very kind. Get ready to hear this 5 times. I feel like a dab is an appropriate conclusion to... Okay, there's a little bit of a delay. Thank you for all of those gift subs. I'll let these conclude. Wow, we are winning so many Octo expansion levels. I think there's like one more. I think. I'm waiting. There it is. One dab for every gift sub. Anyway, logic is being defied or whatever. Sorry for talking about depression, question mark. Probably not a problem either. Stop doing a cast.
Whoa.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Barry. Oh, the time thing is happening. Now's your chance! Gaia is doing something to resist. Gaia's still in there fighting to free herself from Logriff's will. Even now you would defy us? We will remove every last vestige of your meaningless mortal existence. Oh no, the shadow again. Oh no, the memories. Just like the start of Shadowbringers, except with like... Hey look, also all of them are of Ryne. Gaia's memories, they're being destroyed! Impurities must be purged. We shall begin by erasing you from her past, and then by your deaths erase you from your future. There is no place for you in our utopia. This sucks, man. We may be mere mortals, our souls fragmented, but our existence is not meaningless. And you should understand this. Before you awoke as an Ascian, you lived as one of us. You had your own memories, and surely they mean something. The lives you led can't all have been for nothing. To we who have known perfection, they are less than nothing. Compared to yours, our lives may seem insignificant. Nevertheless, we live them to the fullest. And though it may take us 1,000 years, we have the potential to build a world every bit as wonderful as yours. But you won't even allow us a chance to live our own lives and forge our own future? Whatever you forge will inevitably crumble to dust like your world did? Shut up. But we are immortal, our legacy eternal. If our world cannot be made complete as it once was, we will create a perfect moment that shall last forever. Hey, if your world fell apart, that is synonymous with crumbling. I'm going to destroy you with a thesaurus and also a sword. With this thesaurus. The sword that is knowledgeable about where... Whatever. Kill. By our hand shall our paradise be made, where there is no beginning and no end. Can we just stab this guy more in these cutscenes? Stab this individual. Eden's absorbing enormous amounts of ether. At this rate, the whole world will be drained. Cool effect, though.
Thesaurus, a magical weapon that makes you think of appropriate words to speak whenever you stab your enemies.
Very good. Light and darkness, the elements of nature, all in harmony, a sublime utopia where time has no meaning. We shall become one with Eden, free to live in peace for eternity. I'm still wiggling my fingers, woo! I feel like there could have been a lot more stabbing in those cutscenes. No, Gaia! Maybe. Maybe Ascian Prime did this. There's only one thing for it. I'll try to disrupt the balance of ether and create an opening for you. Nod. I really wish we were stabbing... Yeah. We can't let it end like this. It's up to us to save Gaia. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. Sucro would say exactly this sort of thing. Like a nerd. Determined. Sucro is a nerd. Positive. Eden's Promise Eternity is now accessible. Trusting the instinct of the party. In other words, look at what everyone else is doing and follow suit. Okay. A place where time has no meaning, where there's no beginning and no end? I'm not sure I like the sound of that. We all die someday, but that's what makes life so precious. And I know that Gaia wouldn't want that, to simply exist without any hope for the future, to stay the same forever. How she lives is up to her. It's not for Metron or anyone else to decide. We'll free her from that fiend and give her the chance she deserves. Yeah, we will. Tanks can't see the tells without looking behind them? What? What? So... I'm gonna preemptively say as this, while we're waiting for this one, I think my overall opinion of Eden is that I like the dynamic of ryne and Gaia, but I feel like the story and the precise execution of the story is stumbling a lot. Like, between the Shiva nonsense being really, you really have to stretch to explain why the Shiva thing happened. Oh, the gunblade is still here. You really have to, like, you really have to struggle to justify the Shiva thing. And also, like, the outfit for Shiva, the outfits for Shiva were atrocious and horrible, and I hated those. But, like, the story is stumbling a bit, and also all of the bosses are, like, unintuitive mechanically. They've, like, not all of them, but a lot of them have really strange sort of, like, mechanical choices that I can't comprehend, even when people try to explain them to me, until, like, I get hit and or killed a bunch. And it doesn't feel great. Like, I know that dying, as we've just discussed in a lengthy ramble that I did, dying isn't supposed to be, like, super punishing or, like, mean that you really screwed up or anything of that nature. But it doesn't feel great to not understand what's going on. The number one thing in video game that upsets me, like, gameplay wise, is when I don't know what I was supposed to do. Like, if I can understand what I was supposed to do and I failed, then I can be like, dang it, I should have been able to do that, or I should have done that better. And that's like, I might feel bad about myself and my skill or whatever, or my reaction time. But at least I, like, understand it. If I don't understand at all, I'm just very flustered in general by it. And I feel like Eden has a lot of I don't understand this moments. And if you pull this in roulette, you're not going to remember it because nothing works in a standard way. That's my opinion about Eden. I would say that ryne and Gaia are good, mostly. The story is just kind of there and stumbles frequently, and the fights are unintuitive, confusing, and stressful. So I'd put Eden, like, somewhere in the middle of a tier list if I made a tier list. You're always welcome here, Rika. And also, that sounds scary. I keep forgetting that the latency of the Titan landslides was the thing. That's just kind of funny in retrospect, but I would be frustrated by that happening now. Because that would follow the pattern of I don't know what I was supposed to do. I had, like, a tier list in progress at some point, but I could do that. I would probably have a very biased tier in there at least once, like the Niers tier, or so near and yet so far at, like, the bottom, because I personally have a bias against that series. Apologies. I'm sure the Nier raids will be fine. It's probably not going to be that bad. The tier zone, exactly. I had a tier list at some point. Do I have, like, an image of that? Somewhere? No, I don't think I do. But, like, the way I was organizing that before is I was like, I had, like, the .0 patches, the .x patch series is the raid series, trial series, etc. I'd probably put Eden somewhere in the middle. I think I would put, like, Shadowbringers is near the top, or 5.0 is near the top. 5.x is above 5.0 at this point, because 5.3 was outstanding, phenomenal. Heavensward is really high up there. Stormblood is pretty low. Stormblood is below Realm Reborn, for the record. Like, the point X patches of Stormblood are like sort of like mid-high-ish, because the lead into Shadowbringers starts getting really strong. 2.x is above 2.0, but just like probably a tier above again. What else we got? I can sort of like speculate about this tier list without putting it into a visual medium. I think the Eden fights in... Where would I place Seto specifically? Seto is in Cry tier, which is above High tier, and it makes me cry. If I had to rank the individual plot points of Shadowbringers on a tier list, that would be pretty fun. Like Seto, High tier, Ardbert, High tier, all the gross stuff about Yulmore that I don't like, low tier, but like that was the point, which is its own tier. Low tier, but I'm supposed to hate it tier. Thancred learning how to be a dad, High tier. I would just put everything in High tier except for Yulmore if I made a Shadowbringers plot point tier list, probably. Well, then like there would be a secondary part of Yulmore that's like Yulmore when it starts getting better, and that would also be in High tier. But like what other things? Alexander. Just thinking about all the other stuff that we've done so far in general. Alexander's pretty high up on the list. The Four Lords is like mid-high. Not my favorite thing, but it was pretty fun. Void Arc, sort of like mid-high-ish. I like the raids. The story is kind of like, it's kind of there. It's fine. Crystal Tower is probably sort of like mid. It gets very important, and Graha is good, but Graha is good now. Graha was less impactful then for me. So Crystal Tower overall is kind of mid, because it's kind of like janky old stuff. I feel like I don't know if I can really rank the Coil that effectively, given how I tackled that. The story of the Coil was pretty good. My understanding is that all the mechanics are absolute nonsense relative to like understandable mechanics, and that people fear them. Coil is Coil tier? Maybe. I mean, it would be kind of neat to experience Coil for real, but... I don't know if you're doing a bit. I don't... Turn down the music. I turned it down a little bit earlier. You're like the only person who tells me to turn it down more. Bye, Rika. I turned it down a little bit. This is also really quiet music. Like, compared to all the sound effects and music that are normally happening. I really don't know when you're doing a bit. But I would believe you if it was too loud. But this is like also... It's difficult to know. I've had the volume for 14 set the same for like ages, and I haven't lowered it until today. I lowered it a bit more. Ease's opinion about the volume is usually accurate to my opinion about the volume, to be fair. But I can never tell when Ease is doing a bit. Oh, Eternity is here. It'll be difficult to adjust the volume in the middle of a fight that'll confuse me, but I'll do my best. I don't think that is true. There's like no way that the Pikmin 4 setting changed anything. That should have nothing to do with anything. Welcome to the Eternity computer, I guess. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
Eden will become a utopia.
What? Utopian Vision Eden's Promise. Is this an FF8 reference of some kind, or is this nonsense?
She's still in there. Somewhere. I won't give up on our future, Gaia. No matter what.
Okay.
Joined as one. Never to be
So,
parted.
my understanding is that I will be confused during this.
Past or future in
That's not a pine cone, that's like a million breasts, probably. I think that's the intent.
We shall draw your memories from you.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, you're like, I have to like parse what the meanings of the bosses you're targeting are. So you're targeting Leviathan, which apparently means go over here. Except, no, I was fine. Oh, all the previous... What? You can't tank buster both tanks? That's illegal.
And they will be your undoing.
Okay, what does that mean, though? Somehow everybody else understands this, which makes me feel worse. I always told to just follow along. But... No, they're all backstabbing because the tank is meant to face the boss away from people so that they don't get cleaved.
Our utopia will only be complete.
Mm-hmm. How's the volume now, by the way? Since we're actually in a fight. Loud? Sorry. One of these days, someone's gonna tell me I've made it too quiet,
You've got to protect
and
her
there's going to
memories.
be
Hurry!
just people disagreeing about the volume, and I'm going to cry
You would defy us.
because I don't want to make anyone sad. Oh no, I have to defend. I have to defend the cookies.
Delicious, aren't they?
This is good.
These are actually quite good.
Defend the cookie memory.
Let's have another one. Heartbeat.
This is cute. I like this part of the fight.
Such fragile things.
What do you... Why does this look different? Oh, were we supposed to stand in the cone still?
What happened to the other half?
Hopefully it's not loud now.
Being erased from her memory.
Is it still loud? Am I going to have to turn the volume to 0?
I told you it would make a great necklace.
Is the necklace visible? No. That was important.
Beautiful. I think it'll really suit you.
Oh, we probably have to not be standing in the memory for this.
But I thought you should have it.
They shatter. They fade.
You can't actually do the thing the story and UI are telling you to do? I guess that's true.
Is this ice? Where did this come from?
If this goes on much longer, she'll forget everything.
It is dramatic in that way, but it is kind of sad that we can't.
How about this one?
That's my color. Now, this one on the other hand. What am I doing with this? I'd never wear this color.
No! We can't let this happen!
You are unworthy of my utopia. We shall bring eternal harmony.
I did lower the volume a bit more, by the way.
Tranquility and vitality in perfect balance.
I was too slow on that.
Why will you not disappear? No! Our utopia cannot fall!
Oh, you're doing something again? Okay.
Now your memories belong to us.
I mean, I had a fraction of a second that I was able to use to dodge that, but I feel like if I was in too wrong of a place, I don't know what I would have done. I can barely parse what's happening. So that was Ramu and Ifrit, but I don't know what that means. But now you're also drawing power from Titan? Is that Titan? Yes, it is Titan. Oh, boulder. I got that part, kinda. Oh. Release. I got hit by one there. Wait, what are you doing? Ah, I didn't look. My brain isn't working anymore. Eden boss mechanics have like sort of made me tired. What the? Good thing we're almost done though, I guess. Okay. I don't know what that means either.
Memories of ice.
That was the... Oh. I'm just gonna go invincible. I got hit by that again because I don't know what anything means. And I can't think anymore. We won. Hooray! I got Tank You Paladin 1.
I'm clean.
Wait, what was that line? I didn't understand what I didn't hear what you just said at all. I didn't hear what the boss said. I can't. My brain is trying to do too many things at once and succeeding at like not many of them. Also, I hope the volume is fine. I won. Somebody please tell me about the volume. I got Gaia though. Those who think the hammer is just for show had best watch their toes. Volume seems fine, okay. Yeah, I think the junctioning was mentioned. Oh, junctioning does mess with memories. That's right. I forgot about that point. Still a bit much. No, like you're important. I just worry that it'll end up being too quiet eventually. There's no way for me to tell other than to like guess a lot. I lowered it to 15. It's been at 60 for like a year. If it's been way too loud for a really long time, I'm gonna be upset at myself for never checking. The GF Guardian Force girlfriend joke. Yes. The guy is now free from Metron. She remains unconscious. Well, I mean, the thing with the volume is that everybody hears the volume differently. Everybody has different ears. Everybody has different speakers and headsets and stuff. If you're telling me that the game's volume is going to be all over the place, I'm going to scream because volume balance is like volume balance is weirdly stressful to me. Like, I often feel like my own videos have my voice being way too difficult to discern amongst the background volume of the game, which is to say that I always think the game is too loud, but like most people just tell me the volume is fine whenever I ask. So like what's up with my ears and my headset and like everyone else's ears and speakers? Like what's the difference? Where's the disconnect? Does everyone else just do a lot of people just have a lot of tolerance? Sucro's volume is always going to be the same. I don't know. I'm just very stressed in general right now, I think. If someone tells me it's too quiet at some point, then I don't know what I'm going to do at all. I'm also sensitive to sound, I think, is because like I've said, Isa's volume balance opinions are similar to mine. You are my girlfriend, that's true. We did it, she's free at last. Or at least that's how it seems. She won't wake up. Gaia, I don't know if you can hear me or even if you remember who I am, but just give me a sign that you're all right. Please say something, anything. Gaia says, party disbanded sound effects. She can hear you, Ryne, keep trying her. You've brought her back once before, you can do it again. She can hear you. I believe. You're right, Sucro, I mustn't lose hope. Any moment now she's gonna be like, stop yelling, I'm just trying to sleep. Or whatever. Wait, what's this? It's the necklace. She said she left it back in the Crystarium. Gasp. Maybe she likes it a lot more than she lets on. I suppose it does hold a lot of memories for the both of us. Wait, there might be a way we can use this to bring her back. Nod. Nod. Just, like, try calling Gaia's name to help bring her back to her senses. Try shouting Gaia into the Nintendo DS microphone. Can I not summon a minion in this zone? I can't. Okay. Wait, what was the description of that minion? Is it weird? I hope it's not a weird one. Yeah, it's not actually. Supposedly discovered by those investigating the empty, its appearance there is both inexplicable and implausible. Considering all the other unlikely events that occurred there, however, perhaps the sudden materialization of a hammer-wielding mammoth...
To the stars.
Ah!
If it fits, I sit.
Now this is
A
extremely
black
loud!
square? What by the gods? I am a slowpoke.
Ah!
Destroy!
I got jump scared by my own redeem. Now that was extremely loud in my ears because of everything else being more quiet. So I had to turn up the headphones. I think volume balance is impossible. It's a task that no one has ever solved. I'm just very frazzled. Let me get this straight. You came to talk to me about biscuits, says Gaia in this quote. Yes. In fact, in the say chat, I'm going to say Gaia, comma, biscuits, period. Thank you for telling me when you're doing a bit. It's so difficult to read text sometimes. My brain is thoroughly fried in so many ways. By so many things, rather. Gaia, we're right here beside you. Come back to us. The necklace begins to glimmer faintly. Speak with ryne. You can only hope that Gaia is able to hear your voice. She can hear us. I know she can. All we can do is pray that she'll return. Also, I've got some materia, I guess. My mind is already taxed all the time. Gaia, I know you're in there somewhere. If you're lost, I'll find a way to reach you. I swear it. Why is the camera looking at the gunblade for this? This part of the game is suddenly way quieter in general also, but like on purpose. Probably. Where am I? Metron, I'm finally free of you, it seems. Ah, dearest Gaia, that fate should part us once more. Still, this is what you wanted. There's no need to be quite so upset. What do you mean? You've been released from Eden, free to be reborn. Perhaps one day, fate will bring us together again in another life. After all, you've already found me once in spite of everything. I might even be the one to find you. I fear you will come to forget me, to forget the times we shared. Perhaps. After all, memories are such fragile things. That's why I'm planning to keep a diary. Even after I'm gone, my memories will live on. For future generations to discover. Hey, that's exactly like the Ascian stones, because they kind of did that. They're basically like magic diaries, kind of. for whoever's seat you're inheriting. Yes, they'll read the tale of the girl bound by duty and of her loyal protector arrived in her hour of need. It's not you, it's Sukro. Lamau. Also ryne. Sukro and ryne are actually the ones protecting her, for real. Perhaps you might leave out the part where that protector was the one who needed saving. You've grown strong, Gaia. If I'd found you sooner, then maybe. No, wait, don't leave me! Until we meet again, Artemis. Oh, hey. Real name of Metron, Artemis. I see. Interesting. Huh? Whose name did I just... Well, never mind that for now. I need to get out of here, wherever here is. In the coming duty, you will play as Gaia. Find the exit. That'd be funny if they did that. I'd laugh. I feel as though there's somewhere I'm supposed to be, but I can't for the life of me remember where. Well, time to go this way. Oh, spooky music. This is sort of a vague parallel to the end of Omega where you're running across a void. Or rather, where Alpha is running across a void. Not the same kind of void, exactly. Oh, really? Interesting. Why do your boots have their own ascots? Is that the name of this? I think it is. What terrain? Ascot might not be exactly the word I'm looking for. Shiny. What's this? Is this ice? It certainly looks like it, but it doesn't seem to melt, and it shines so brightly. Even in the void. I've seen this before. That's it. There was a girl, but what was her name? Ryne? Gaia! Ryne! I can hear you. I can't find my way out of here. Hold on, I'm coming for you. Whoa. I'm still not sure it's not a metaphor. Oh. Wait, no, you use the gunblade for that. Slash. I think there's some metaphor happening. Whoa. Is this music also from 8? It sounds vaguely familiar. You remembered. I could never forget you, try as I might. She's holding the crystal, and they're both laughing. Also, it's very pretty here now, wow. Oh, really? That's fun. So the ether that Eden had absorbed was returned to the land. Now just like Metron, the empty can finally be reborn. Yeah, this is definitely for Mate. I recognize this motif a little bit. Though it can hardly be called the empty now, it's a utopia. Oh, that's... I like the tree that's grown around the... That's cool. It's a very pretty location. I'm thrilled that we've been able to restore the empty, but I can't stop thinking about Metron and Logriff. It seems to me that they were only bound to their duty because of their memories. It seems that there's something within that doesn't want to be forgotten. Their souls live on no matter how many times they go through the cycle of death and rebirth. I wonder what their lives would have been like if they never remembered, and had carried on living amongst us mortals. Then again, I suppose I am Logriff in a way, but still me. Where I belong. Still can't believe this is happening. It's a dream come true. Nod. I just wish the others were here to see it. I'll be sure to tell them all about it, or perhaps Gaia could pay them a visit and share the good news? Hey, who knows? Maybe she can go through dimensions. Why not? I don't freaking know. Gaia? How would she do that? Well, Lassians can travel between worlds, can't they? I might be able to do it too, if I find a way to use my Asian powers. It may prove a bit tricky now that I'm separated from Metron, though. Well, to be honest, I'd like it if you stay in this world, at least for a while. We still have so much to do together, after all. Actually, I want to ask something. When you say the others, do you mean Thancred the Bookworm and Urianger, your knight in shining armor? Gaia, are you doing a bit now? I think you're doing a bit now. No, it's the other way around. Oh, is it? Seems my memory's even less reliable than it was before. I can't tell if you're doing a bit. The main thing is the whispering in my head has stopped, so I shouldn't have any more bouts of amnesia. Even so, there's a part of me that'll miss hearing the fairy's voice. If Gaia just has a bad memory, I can relate. I know how you feel, Gaia. Anyway, we've been through rather a lot, so why don't we head back to civilization for some much-needed rest? Nod, nod. Alright, leave the piloting to me. Oh no, I've forgotten how to drive a car. And then they all died. The end. Oh. I guess we didn't die. I know she insisted on piloting the Sky Slipper, but given her recent exertions, perhaps it wasn't such a good idea? I understand that keeping the Sky Slipper here allows us to save fuel from traveling all the way back to Mordsuk, but can't we just carry a bit extra? It's not easy crossing the desert in these heels, you know. I seem to remember you weren't too enthused when I suggested buying some nice, sensible walking boots. Come to think of it, maybe we should rest here for a while. You must be tired after all that piloting. Ryne, your shoe situation isn't sensible walking boots either. I mean, it's more sensible. I guess it's fine, but I don't know. I'm fine. Besides, I had the two of you to keep me company. It was over before I knew it. Taking in the scenery with the wind in my hair really helped clear out the cobwebs too. Perhaps I should see about getting my very own Sky Slipper. Oh, are they? Okay. I guess fair enough then. What? You can't just buy one. Even if you could, they'd cost a fortune. Oh, I'm sorry. That must be my Yulmoran upbringing speaking. I'll have you know I'm almost as comfortable in more humble surroundings, like Mordsuk, for example. That reminds me, it's time we made our way there and told Yalfart all about, well, everything. Nod, nod. A funky fella is detected. Funky creature. Whose name is Sugar, but with 2 A's. Sugar! That's a good lizard. Hello, Sugar! Shoutouts to you. Wow. Yeah, that follows with how the savage fights of that nature really have gone. You know, now that you say Ryne is Squall, I guess that makes sense as to why she gets the gunblade then. After all the unimaginable things we've seen in the empty, it's nice to get back to a bit of normality for a change. Yeah, there's no weird fight mechanics I don't understand in the overworld yet. I'll say one thing for this place. For better or worse, I'll never forget the smell. Hold on to what memories you can, Gaia. Welcome back! I take it all is well in the empty? It is now. Not everything went quite as we'd planned, to put it mildly, but we managed to revive the ambient ether. Now all we need to do is wait for the changes to become widespread. Truly? Wonderful, just wonderful. I shall share the tidings with our inner circle, and perhaps it's time more people knew of your expeditions as well. Of course, we'll continue to monitor the situation, but I'm sure it won't be long before we can allow members of the citizenry to make their own forays into the empty. Oh wow, that sounds like nonsense. I'm pleased to say I too have some good news to share. Our investigators in Yulmore finally found information pertaining to Gaia's true identity. Really? Nod. As it pertains to matters of a private nature, the information is being treated as highly confidential, so I haven't actually looked at it myself, but I imagine it includes Gaia's real name. To be honest, I'd prefer not to know. But why? Gasp. You see, I've come to learn a lot about my past, even before my life in Yulmore. I know now that I'm the reincarnation of Logriff and Ascian, and Mitron, the one who was transformed into Eden, was someone very special to me. For 100 years, Mitron called out to me in the hope we'd be reunited, but there was no answer. Ignore the moon, it's not supposed to be relevant yet. Get out of here, moon. Even so, Mitron held onto those precious memories of our life together and stopped at nothing to make them a reality once more. I know now that Mitron wanted the same as us, wanted the world to be as it once was. In a way. Yes, it's a shame that things turned out the way they did. In those 100 years of solitude, that dream became an obsession. Oh, interesting. I thought that academia dungeon was described as not particularly interesting or relevant. I would have likewise succumbed to the darkness within if it weren't for Ryne and Sucro. If someone had also been there for Mitron, who knows what might have happened? Huh. Interesting. That's why, from now on, I want to help those in need, to give their dreams a chance to come true. For me, the name Gaia symbolizes hope. And though each of our lives may be but a drop in the great river of time, hope springs eternal. Gaia. So, I'm sorry. While I appreciate your efforts to find my past, I'm looking to the future now, as Gaia. No need to apologize, Miss Gaia. As long as you're happy, then so are we. Right, I expect my colleagues will be keen to turn their attention to the empty. If you'll excuse me, I have expeditions to arrange. Till next time. So what shall we do now? Come on, Ryne, don't tell me you've forgotten. Surprise? The festival at the Crystarium, remember? Don't even think about leaving me out. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Aw. Do I get to learn anything about the festival? Oh, she's holding the pendant. Smile. So as I said before, I like the arc of Ryne and Gaia, but there's a lot of plot points in Eden that just kind of like or like the Shiva stuff really doesn't make sense. The fact that we're not stabbing Matron in the cutscenes is like feels like more pronounced. Oh, is that it? We don't get to see a festival, huh? And the fights are all very confusing, stressful. So, I believe this was stated before, but let me ask again for clarification. Eden and Gaia, or not Eden, Ryne and Gaia are nowhere, right? Like, I can't find them or talk to them anywhere. They're just gone from the world. Is this correct? That kind of sucks. They could have just placed them somewhere having coffee biscuits for eternity or something. Come on. Maybe one day. Well, that was Eden, I guess. I mean, if the festival doesn't exist yet, this far into the future, I think it's entirely possible that it won't. Next on the list is Roll Quests 3, and then Dunir Zone. Oh boy. Can't wait to also be stressed out by a million bullets or whatever the heck. We're not doing that right now, though. I have to check and see what the retainers are doing. Pant. Boot. Xandra's zero game knowledge descriptions of FF14 characters? That sounds entertaining. Oh no. Oh yeah, don't worry, the roll quest epilogue is to go over the plans list again. I will say the remainder of the Shadowbringers plans in their current order. Roll Quest 3 Magical DPS, Yora Dark Apocalypse Alliance Raids, Roll Quest 4 Healer, and Roll Quest Epilogue Part 1. Go back and check the end of 5.2 with all of the roll quests completed. I guess that'll be a cutscene. The Sorrow of Werlet, Trials, Futures Rewritten 5.4, Void Quests, Roll Quest Epilogue Part 2, and then Death Unto Dawn 5.5. That's the rest of Shadowbringers in the current planned order. And then Endwalker I have no idea because it's not all there yet. Ferdinand and Hubert. I don't know who that is. Like Fire Emblem? Like Fire Emblem Three Houses, those two? Now that I thought of that, Fire Emblem Heroes is the one with everyone in it, I think. They do have those kind of vibes a little bit with the color schemes, don't they? That's funny. Heroes is the one that has everybody in it. Oh. Forgot to check. Earrings from the moon. Get out of here, moon. I told you you're not relevant yet. They call it a gotcha because they got your money. Oh, Darber Jacket offending. Weird jacket. I think this jacket is an example of too many details, maybe. Like, this is a bit much. Can I dye this to make it a less much, maybe? Yeah, kinda. It works a little bit better if it's all white, I think. If it's all white, I like it. If it's any other color, it's just like, the details, It does look very fluffy. I like it in this color. Maybe I'll keep it. Oh, neat. Knowing what it's based on is neat. Well. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I bought the chart of elements. So that was freaking Eden. As I said, Ryne and Gaia are fun characters. The plot was kind of like, it was kind of interesting at first. It kept kind of stumbling more as it went. I really hated the plot and design of the Shiva part. Bad. Thumbs down for that one. Should have stabbed Metron more. Maybe a bit. Fight's confusing, stressful, but we're through it. We've got through it. And Sucro's going to take a nap. Lesbians have been saved. I guess that'll be it. I was sort of considering what if I did something else, but I should probably take a break. So, yeah, I'll see you all next time. If you're interested in social media and donation links, they can be found at the usual place of borealrobin.card with 2 R's.co. Thank you for petting Calico. That's probably super loud now. I don't know. I never know. I'm going to review the audio and then stress out about it probably. I would also very much appreciate any follows or subscriptions. And, yeah. I'm gonna go not play a stressful video game, maybe. Gonna try and relax a bit. I will never do anything in the style of the Nostalgia Critic. Even if you gave me $5,000. That man is not worth emulating. Even as a bit.
To the stars. Leader of the bunch. Sorry, it's by email. The silent treatment.
Destroy!
I don't know about being called a good girl either. But thanks, I guess, for calling me good. Anyway. I'm gonna... I am girl. Thank you for telling me that I'm good. I'm gonna go now. Good night, everyone. I am also a ghost, that's true. Good night, everyone.